But I say unto you, love your enemies. Bless them that curse you. Do good to them that hate you. And pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you.
Which is the first commandment of all?
Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one Lord. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might, and with all thy strength. This is the first and great commandment, and the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets.
Master, thou hast said the truth. There is one God, and none other but He. And to love Him with all the heart, and with all the understanding, and with all the soul, and with all the strength, and to love his neighbor as himself, is more than all the whole burnt offerings and sacrifices.
Thou art not far from the kingdom of God.
What's up, man?
Are you a TikToker?
Yeah, I'm on here doing freestyle raps for people. Can I do a freestyle for you?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, dope. I need your help because I'm gonna improvise.
Okay.
Can you give me like a song topic?
Okay. A grizzly bear drinking milk.
A grizzly bear drinking milk.
Yes.
Oh my god, dude, I love it. Oh wow, you got a grizzly bear on your mug right there?
Yeah, it's milk.
You drinking milk out of there?
Yes.
Oh wow, so this makes so much sense. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm always ready.
Let's go. Yeah, 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 okay, yeah, come on, yeah. Any forest, I get busy there. I'm a motherfucking grizzly bear. I said my fur, it be smoother than silk. I'm just out here drinking milk. I said, any forest, I'll get busy there. I'm a motherfucking grizzly bear. Hey, yo, my fur, it be smoother than silk. I'm just out here drinking milk, yeah, I'm a grizzly, it's mad facts, us bears, we got a bad rap, yeah, people aren't really aware, when they see us while they hiking, yo, they get scared, they like, no, that's that dude, that grizzly that's really gonna steal our food, damn, hey, yo, his size is godly, he might even catch us and eat our bodies, yeah, people think that I'ma eat them raw, people scared of my teeth, scared of my claws, people scared cause my size is giant, and they know in a fight that I'm certain to triumph. But here's the thing, I don't like people. I'm not a bad guy, I'm not evil. Nah, that's not the way I'm built. I ain't gonna eat you, I just want your milk. I said, any forest, I'll get busy there. I'm a motherfucking grizzly bear. I said my fur, it be smoother than silk. I'm just out here drinking milk. I said, any forest, I'll get busy there. Hey, I'm a motherfucking grizzly bear, yeah. And my fur, it be smoother than silk. Hey, I'm just out here, dig how I been built. I'm not really a fan of the skim milk. I do invent loving to drink the 2%. Yeah, and y'all know I don't make people feel the wrath. I want the half and half. Yeah, yo, look in my eyes, they so dreamy. Pour me a glass of milk that's mad creamy. All the milk, you know, that shook me. But hey, I think I'll need some cookies. Yeah, that's gonna make sure my mood don't get low. When I got the cookies, I can dip those. Yeah, if I got the milk, it's a miracle. Yeah, I might need a bowl of cereal. Aw shit, man, he even had the prop. Y'all know we drinking non-stop. I said, any forest, I get busy there. Hey, I'm a motherfucking grizzly bear. Yeah, and my fur will be smoother than silk. Hey, so I'm just out here drinking milk. I said, any forest, I get busy there. Yeah, I'm a motherfucking grizzly bear. Hey, and my fur will be smoother than silk. Come on, I'm just out here drinking milk. Yeah, I'm about to make you aware. If you got milk, better pour a glass for the bears. Yeah, I'm out here getting busy. Pour me a glass of milk for this grizzly. Yeah, I'ma make you aware. Hey, Go up, pour a glass of milk for the fans. Hey, y'all know the milk got me amped. And if you don't pour me a cup, I'll terrorize your camp. Let's go.
Let's go.
Sure, they got one leg.
What's up, y'all?
Whoa, hold on.
Is that Linus Texas?
You do something. What you be doing?
I'm on here freestyling for people, man. Can I do a freestyle
You
for
do
you guys?
something to me.
Oh, damn. Yo, can I do a freestyle for you guys?
Wait, turn up.
Hold on. We gotta give him words. We gotta give him words.
Give me the most creative, challenging words you can think of.
Ambidextrous.
Ambidextrous.
Okay.
Yeah,
Ambidextrous. Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Another big one.
Another big
Chronicle.
one. Afghanistan.
Afghanistan.
Afghanistan. All right.
Okay. Revolutionary.
Ambidextrous, chronicle,
Afghanistan.
Afghanistan, and revolutionary. Those are the words? Y'all ready?
Yep.
All right, let's go. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Other artists really need to get their flex up. When it come to freestyles, yo, I'm next up. I be shining kinda like my man's necklace. Use both sides of my brain, I'm ambidextrous. I'm the freshest type. They can feel the vibes from left to right. Y'all know that I'm the dopest on jams. Ambidextrous, cause I can use both of my hands. Then again, it don't matter if I'm right or left-handed, cause I never write it. I hope you understand it. I provide it right off the tip of the brain. And when I'm spitting for my people, all my shit is insane. I make it happen. I'ma kick a rap verse. Shout to my homie with the necklace and the black shirt. Filming on the phone, gotta get it on your camera. They got questions, Harry is the answer. Yeah, I'm about to make it known. When I rhyme, I be entering the crazy zone. Thank you for the words, y'all came up with the good stuff. Shout the homie chilling in the middle with his hood up. I go beyond your flow, going places other rappers wanna go. Do it by myself, no sponsor, bro. I'm delivering the rap chronicles. Your level up, I go beyond it. Matter of fact, I'm about to get you lifted like the chronic. Can't nobody else rock this way. High like the chronic, that's word to Dr. Dre. H-Mac, I'ma put it down. Every time I'm rhyming, they be loving my sound. Can't nobody really do it like me. Winning in my psyche. Shout my homie who be rocking Nike. On the zip up, I get props. Whenever I be spitting, they gon' see me on TikTok for hip hop. I'ma put it down for all of y'all. I be cold shivery. This here is the chronicle delivery. Delivering the magazine and the periodical. I got the hottest flow, you know I brought it, bro. I ain't never slipping. Yeah, y'all just be assisting. I'm Michael Jordan.
Don't know why you said that.
Think they on my level, homie, they be tripping. I grip the mic and then I'm about to slam the jam from LA to Afghanistan. I'm about to break it down till I find my peace. They put my music in the Middle East, yeah. All my lyrics are gigantic, I'm about to make a panic. They can feel my shit across the whole planet, yeah. Lyrics is what I'm about to push. He was like, yo, he's rapping right now. He said, shush, please be quiet, he's really getting down. I'ma blow your mind with the rhymes that's profound. I be doing me, and y'all know they never doing Harry. When it come to lyrics, all my flows are revolutionary. What I mean to say is when I'm spitting off the brain, I be revolutionary, go against the grain. I'm about to make a change the whole earth. I'm about to blow your mind with the freestyle verse. The beat style, but I wasn't ready to end. H-Mac be the
I don't know what was going on there, man. It's out of sync with the audio was out of sync with the video. Don't know what's going on now.
Who cares if Jesus was white?
Babe, I can hear your video playing in the
It's
background.
because I'm replying to a comment. Sorry.
Well, pause it then, you numpty.
I didn't want to listen to myself.
Well, pause it, you numpty.
Well, no,
Who's the comment? Who's the comment?
from Sandra and Justin.
All right, okay.
Sandra said, "Bless you, Vicky. Love you, girl."
Mm-hmm.
And then Justin said, "Brad and Tasha on radar."
Yeah, it's beyond a joke. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Hello to everybody. Sandra in the Who's, good to see you. Roger, pleasure. Jimmy in the Who's. What?
Sorry. No, carry on.
Jimmy is in the Who's. Vicky, good to see you, babe.
Hi.
That is it. That is it, I think. That's it. Jimmy has said that day. William McLean, good to see you, bro. And just incredible and Saddlebomb. Bless you, guys.
Yeah.
Oh no, not the grizzly bear. I'm telling Harry Mark. Don't fear the queer. Don't fear the queer, man. You've got nothing to fear of the queer. That makes you homophobic, and who's scared of a human?
I was messaging Heron, right? And I put swear. Well, I thought I put swear, and predictive text said sweat. And she's like, I take it you meant swear. And I was like, yeah, bloody predictive text.
No doubt, no doubt. Gonna make you sweat.
I got
Anyway,
recommended to Vicky's videos, so I watched them. That's a good thing, Justin.
I know. Don't know if that's good. Right, Jimenez. We'll do
No,
this
because
one.
I was telling her,
Yeah.
I was telling Heron that I've got another video that I'm going to be doing.
Yeah.
You know about the dickheads in chat,
Yeah.
the trolls, about them,
Yeah.
because I screenshot it all. So
Yeah.
I will make a video. What they forget is when they're trolling us in chat, I'm screenshotting it so I can use it for content later. So thanks for the content, troll.
Nee, dude. Hey, Deborah, good to see you.
She said, "Hi, Deborah." She said hers when she go to put shut the it always says duck. I said I have that same problem. I do though, don't you?
Well, I don't type swearing words more often.
I do.
Mm.
So you'd think by now that Apple products would know that I don't mean duck.
Well, I used to get it on the phone, before there were smartphones, if I used to type in, like you did 3 clicks for ABC, that type of thing. That when it used to do that, predicted text and that, it used to change FUCK to duck.
Yeah, like not duck. It begins with an F, not a D.
Mm. I know. Hey, Jono, good to see you.
Can I just say though, that video I made, it was the calm down version of Vicky.
The way you say it, the way you say what? The way Vicky says duck.
Duck.
Duck. She says
Duck.
duck. Duck.
Duck.
I say duck. She says duck.
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 My mum says that as well, duck. My mum's English, she says duck. She said, "What's up, duck? What's up, duck?" Or she'd
What's up,
say,
duck?
"Fuck a duck." Fuck a duck. That's what my mum would
Fuck
say.
a duck.
Mm.
My nan used, because my nan's Irish, she's dead now, but she's Irish, right? She never said the F word. She always used to go, effing.
It's flat. Good to see you, bro. Oh, she's your queen now, is she, Justin? Okay.
No, Moomin calls me his queen. I seen Moomin today. He put my queen and I put my Moomin.
We're watching Sean. Sean as in Kingdom in Context.
Yeah, he's on.
Got ya.
I
Yeah, he's
saw-
off and on when I'm on at this time.
I did see. Look, I'm only the queen in my little own house, my own little house. I ain't no queen. More of a
Queer than queen.
no, you dickhead. No, I'm more of a tomboy than a queen. Maybe more of a sailor because I do have a potty mouth.
It's funny you should call us legends because tomorrow night's movie is I Am Legend. Well, I Robot and I Am Legend.
Will Smith.
Next movie is Terminator 2, which
I
Baza
don't like
paid,
Will Smith.
Baza paid for, by the way. Oh, Baza, thank you for the PayPal. If
Where
Baza's
is
not
he,
here,
Baza?
might see. I haven't seen him tonight, but I'm sure we'll see him. If he comes in, I'll thank him. If not, I will put a banner up later on so you can see it when he does watch this. Yeah, tomorrow night, iRobot,
Oh, there he is. There's me
There he
buzzer.
is. There he is. So yeah, Bazza, bless bro. Thank you for the PayPal and Bazza's paid for Terminator 2 tonight. Thank you, Bazza.
Jim. Jim said, not Tom Boy, Tom B. Right, yeah, so that video, it is a lot calmer than the first one. I actually deleted the first one because I used some really bad words. And if anyone is offended by said video, I suggest you suck it up, buttercup. I love that saying. I don't know where I got it from, but I love it now. Suck it up, buttercup. Thank you, Bazza.
Oh, Bazza. Bow, 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 bow. It's been a long one, Jim. Bloody hell, I thought it was only a 5-minute one. Oh, it is. 6 minutes, 7 minutes. Yeah, no, okay. That's fine.
But, yeah, them trolls today that came in and were telling me I was going to die and I'm going to be having lung cancer and blah, blah, blah. I subscribe to all their channels. So thanks.
Hey, what am I doing in the background? That's Jim. Jim Anus's observations. Yes, Jim. Same as what I always do. It's rocking events. Jim Anus. 5566666B. So yeah, it's a start. It's a start. But yeah, Jim Anus's observations as usual. Hey, Mr. Super.
Mr. Super said clothing optional. And nobody can see ya. You do what you want to do.
Yay, Jim.
But no, and I sent Heron the screenshots of said trolls. And she's like, what? And I was like, I know. All because I banned a soccer account. But anyway, whatever floats your boat or rocks your boat, whatever.
Right, let's find a short one. A short
Not
one.
bothered.
Short one, a short one. There we go. And then
Deborah, they were
on.
telling me I was gonna die and I'm gonna have lung cancer and I'm a hag and just the normal shebang.
And they were using my avatar, using my face, calling me thick, dumb, all that kind of stuff. Go change Vicky's diaper, that kind of thing.
Yeah, apparently my diapers.
Diaper, yeah. That kind of thing. Idiots.
I have no need for a diaper.
No, there you go. Yeah, I was going to say after this, yeah, we'll get on with the topic. But I was going to say it's not really a topic. It's just a video I came across about ancient weapons. It's not really something we can review. It's just something to watch till we go over to. Because I always do an hour on YouTube before we go and watch the movies. I've already done my topic for today. So tonight, it's not even just it's not something to review or anything. It's just something we can watch, basically. Probably have a few things to say, like that, you know. I just came across this weapons, ancient weapons. I think that'll be all right. I think people watch that. And she's like, yeah. So I'm like, why not? We'll have a look at it. Something different. Ancient weapons.
Deborah, look, I win because I can go to sleep at night knowing I ain't a vulgar little troll who goes to bed angry at random people on YouTube.
Yeah.
So I'm winning anyway because my life ain't that sick or sad that I have to create multiple socks to tell people they're gonna die and shit. You know, like I'm already winning compared to them because trust me, I wouldn't want to be in their sick little head. And I'm literally diagnosed mental, but I ain't that twisted. Do you know what I mean? And even like because they told me I was gonna die within 5 years, and I said, "What a thing to say! My cousin's just died," and he's like, "Don't care about your cousin."
I know. So that's what I'm saying. You don't need to tell them that kind of crap.
And I'm like, whatever.
Idiots. Oh yeah, I forgot, guys. Mr. Super's put out another video with a King's one. I haven't shown it yet, so I'll show it at the end of this. But I'll go get a link for it now, guys. He actually put it out.
Thank
when
you,
was it?
Justin.
17 hours ago. 17 hours ago. Here it is, guys, and I will play it at the end of the stream. See, I'm down to 601 subs now, so I know someone's up. See, I'm getting my subs are going down every day. I've been up to 605. It won't let me get past 605, and it keeps putting me back down to 600. And I'm down to 601 again. It's crazy. It just keeps going down.
Justin said he likes my garden. I like my garden, but to be fair, if I'm being honest, I pay a gardener.
That's it.
I don't know what I'm doing. Mr. Super said, Jono, I got Luca to speak truth. Admit he didn't like it when he's lied to and thinks about centrifugal forces on Roger's channel. Wow.
Yeah, but we've actually got Luca to concede something before, and he still goes back and doubles down. You know, we got him to concede about the camera lens, wasn't it? Camera lenses, fisheye lenses, and stuff like that. I can't remember exactly the full topic. We ended showing him some proof. He conceded, but still carries on the same way. I'm done with him. I've given him so many chances, so many.
Yeah, no, there's only.
Yeah, it's no more.
He is very special in a special way, Jono.
Yeah.
And not in a good special, like as in what Americans call the short bus. That kind of special.
I think I know who's on sub for me anyway.
Who?
I think it's Brad Watch.
Oh,
But
well.
I just unmodded them. I don't know for sure, but I would say it is. I'm down to 601. I was on 603 yesterday, 604. I'm down to 601 again. I tell you what, it's got to go under 600. I reckon my subs are not going to let me get past 600.
I don't think they were ever subbed to my channel, so I don't really. And even if they were, I don't care. Look, I've said what I've said, and I called out what I called out, and I stand by it, and that's it. End of it.
Shut up then, weirdo.
What?
Well, shut up then, you weirdo.
But did you show everyone that thing after the Jim's videos? You know that book about the sock?
You mean your community post?
Yeah, the one that I sent you. Because it's funny.
No. Go get your link and put it in chat.
It is literally them trolls. What?
We'll put your link. You can put the link for it in chat and show it.
No, but it's just hard work.
How is it, you weirdo?
I don't know.
Nice one, Jimmy boy.
Just because.
I did already put Jim's link in, didn't I? Yeah, I did. I did out.
Jim Bob. Mr.
Next
Anus.
Tonight's topic is not really a topic, it's just a video to watch on Ancient Weapons. I just thought it's something different, you know what I mean? Just something different. If I don't do anything, then it's because it's just a video to watch, sort of thing, until we go and watch the movies. You know what I mean? Carry on, babe.
Is Jim ever going to talk on one of his videos?
We've heard him singing. I heard him talk in one video, and it was only kind of by mistake. No, did we hear him talk, or did we actually see him? We seen him.
No, we've seen him once.
Seen him in one video, yeah.
But I think Jim don't talk because he makes my language look like sweet and innocent. Because I bet he swears like a trooper.
Numpty. Right.
I put it in.
Yeah, that's what is that the one now? Right. This is what Vicky's talking about.
I seen it on Facebook and I was like, I need it for it's the trolls. Their poor mums have to deal with that every day.
Put this out as a post. Oh. As a post, yeah. All those poor trolls' mummies and it's a mother finds Larry's mysterious sock. Look, he even got a ball by his foot. This looks like Witsit. This is Witsit, mate. I'm telling you, Witsit when he was a boy.
Jim, I don't think anyone swears worse than me, if I'm being honest.
Crusty. There you go.
Crusty.
Hey, underneath Jono's message comment, it says he just put ha ha ha. It says translate to English. What does translate to English is ha 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 ha. See original ha 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 ha, and translate to English is ha 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 ha.
What about in Spanish?
Well, I can't. It's just translate to English. It's all
You
it
don't
is.
want to know what ha 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 is in Spanish now.
It'll be ya ya ya. Yeah. I don't know, maybe. I'm not sure.
Do you know something? I haven't done that much today, and my knees are absolutely killing me.
Not good, baby.
I know, and I think I'm gonna have another flare, and I don't want another one.
Ric Flair. You're not going to go and have an affair with Ric Flair, are you?
No. My immune disease is gonna have a flare again, and I don't want one.
Right, let's get this video. Oh, actually, no. Quickly before I do the video, I wanted to show the Christian guy rapping that Justin sent me in emails. I've seen it already years ago, and guys, you've probably seen it as well. But I thought, yeah, why not? We'll show this quickly. It's an 8-minute video, but I'll just kind of zap it forward to him.
Buzzer. I don't know if I can handle any more translation talk just now. Babe, you're on 602. I just refreshed.
I'm not on 602, babe.
You are. I've literally just refreshed.
I am again now. It's gone back up, so somebody must have subbed up with sub. But yeah, I don't care.
I sub to the most soccer accounts I've ever. To be fair, I don't normally sub to them, but I did today.
Right, and he actually gets heckled.
ATM, an automated teller machine, correct?
No, him out.
Let's get it to him with his rights.
Excuse me, do you know where I can find nothing? And then this side of the room. Fucking losers. Spot the losers in the room. It's surprising to see so many of you sat next to women tonight. You got girlfriends. Well, this is a rap based on Exhausted, Jalen Hurts, ATM, and Feeding Gizmo After Midnight, and Ryu versus Neo. Let's do this. This is all made up. Get excited. Was 2 stone, don't know what it is, bro. Watching Gremlins late night. Go Gizmo, my favorite fluffy guy. Get him from old Chinatown. The guy with the beard, mustache drooping down is like, careful, you gotta do it right. Don't get him damn soggy, never feed him after midnight. Like the opposite of Cinderella, coach to a pumpkin. You feed him something, gremlins start jumping. Emerging from deep in his paws, they're green, horrible things, wrinkled up with the claws. They start coming after you, invading the town. You're like Gizmo. His fur white and brown, that's the half a color of the Hadouken Street Fighter. Yeah, play Duke Nukem, but this one, a real beat 'em up. If you've never watched this, Chun-Li keeps it up. The dick, I mean, she's attractive for an animated girl. But Ryu going to the Matrix, the world in 1999, controlled by the squid robots. And Agent Smith is like, yo, lots of people underground. Who's this? Morpheus says, Neo, use this. The spoon, there is no spoon, but who comes through? Hadouken, Hadouken! Yes, that's Ryu. He bursts in. And of course, Neo's there. And who's here? Luke Skywalker with the Force. Cause you nerds, I knew that you'd like that later. He starts fighting a green lightsaber. And so it's Street Fighter Neo and the guy with the sword. It's like a little triangle. One of them's gored through the middle. And Neo, he dodges, he mines. Bending backwards with the bullet time. I can't do it properly, but here we go again. I'm exhausted, man. Rapping to the children of the 80s, playing games on their SNES or on their Sega Mega Drive. What is this? Oh, I'm so knackered. I'm really cream crackered. Take a little break, pause, while this rapper talks about exhaustion. Maybe have a nap, but not right now, because we do the freestyle rap. Coming over here, you know what makes the bitches squirt? A 6'10" squatting guy called Jalen Hurts. The ladies will love him, the guys do too. But there's a disagreement between you two. 500 pounds, that's a fact. 6'10", he's got a super strong back. He can squat, cute glutes, but can't win the ring. Still, he's the MVP of entering anybody. You know whereabouts. Starting at the back door, then he says ass to mouth, and of course, if he asks, you say yes. I want to do that oral and anal ingress. Why do I motion on this? Just flip them round. Yeah, spin it a bit. From the bum to the yum, the bum to the yum, the bum, yum, yum. It's fun. Yeah, you've got to be careful. Don't get it wrong. Why use a B-day? Just use a tongue. Start scraping off. It offends you. Don't worry, it's a clean bum. Had an enema. Made sure it's scraped out. That's what it do. And what's this Neo but fucking Ryu? There we go. The ATM when he's shooting, and when Ryu comes, he shouts Hadouken.
Oh, for goodness. Save Justin. I thought it was a Christian rapper you were giving me.
That was brilliant.
Forgot it was that loud. Anyway, like Vlad, I just didn't realize Vlad had been on Rumble. Vlad, bless you, bro. Quickly share it because I can't do anything else with it except share it. Vlad, thank you for the $5 rant. PJ, hey team, I love this topic. It's more of just a video to watch, bro, if you're still watching, about brutal weapons from ancient wars. I don't know what I can add to it. I just thought it'd be a nice video to watch before we watch the movies and that, because it's something different. I thought it'd be a good topic. Yeah, bless you, brother. Bless you. Nice one, Vlad. Thank you.
Justin shocked Mr. Super with his tasty music.
Nice.
Oh, no. Justin, I was not expecting that.
Right, so I will play Mr. Super's King's video after when we're about to go over to Rumble, when we fit the YouTube side. But in the meantime, let's do the topic. Yeah, Vlad was on the Rumble side. He's not live himself, but he was on the Rumble side. He's not there now because there's only 2 people there. But he must have done it a little while ago. He did it. He did it about 4 minutes ago. Oh no, hold on. He didn't. He did it longer than that. I can't even say it because it doesn't show up the super chats on the StreamYard side, and it doesn't tell me the time in Rumble. So
Justin said, "Gotta check before." I didn't realise you were going to actually play that one. He has so many vids. I did tell him this the other day.
Got to check before I did it. And it's still a decent enough vid. I thought it was a Christian one for some reason. I didn't realise it was that.
No, but
he shouldn't be talking like that.
It was, but it was funny.
It is funny. It is funny. But anyway, let's do it. Right. Just a video come across. Where is it?
He said, "Don't blame Chris. The audience requested it."
About 20 minutes long. The most horrible weapons used in ancient wars. See what it's got to say.
Times wasn't just about strength or numbers. Civilizations across the world spent centuries perfecting.
Where's Roger?
I don't know why.
He said he was going to the shop.
Well, he's probably elsewhere. You know what Roger's like. He sits in my Rumble in movie night, but then he's on someone else's stream. He sits in my StreamYard, but he's on someone else's stream.
He's a monster.
Oh yeah, no, send Ryan the link, because I haven't sent Ryan the link on an email, just in case he doesn't know. I'll send him it, don't worry.
I don't know how long I'm going to be here because I'm not good.
You just sent Ryan the bloody an email quickly.
I've took me stuff, my mental stuff.
You mean your meds?
Yeah, my mental meds.
Compose. Thank you. To Ryan. Right, there we go. Sergeant. Subject nothing. And here's the link. Paste.
Have you heard from Chillin recently?
Chillin was in yesterday at one point.
No, I mean like out of YouTube.
No, not out of YouTube. No, he's busy. He's been
No.
busy, isn't he? He's been busy.
Oh, he's had appointments and that.
Yeah.
Ryan,
But
mad scientist.
I've sent Ryan the StreamYard link and email. So if you hear me, Ryan, if you're just in chat, you're not in chat, but if you hear me,
Ryan made me cry the other day
I know.
because he was being nice.
He was.
Not that
Tools
he's
of
not
destruction, crafting.
Hey, go on.
Sorry. Not that he's not nice, but he emailed me and I was emotional anyway.
Yeah,
And it just made me blub.
yeah, Ryan the mad scientist, exactly.
Weapons not only to kill, but to shock, torture, and break the enemy's spirit. Some of these inventions were so brutal, so creatively terrifying, they changed.
I mean, you see it in movies and that, don't you? The trebuchet, you know, that catapult thing, a big trebuchet, and it doesn't look that. It doesn't look that. When you see it in movies, you can tell it does some damage, but by just seeing it swinging like that, you don't realize how much power that thing would actually have and how much damage it would cause. I mean, that's hurling bloody boulders covered in tar and lit on fire. Hey, Vlad is.
Hi, Vlad.
Is he on the YouTube side or is he in Rumble again?
Rumble.
Hey, Rumble side. Good to see you again. Good to see you, brother. Always a pleasure, dude.
The course of history itself. Today we're uncovering the most horrible weapons used in ancient warfare, the ones that push the limits of human imagination.
Oh, hold on. William says that him and his mate built a trebuchet in high school. It was freaking awesome. That's what I'm saying. You don't realize how much power it would, but because of the length of it and the weight, the counterbalance sort of thing, I mean, the leverage, it's because of the leverage on it, because of the length of the trebuchet. That's what gives it its power, really, is the length of it, the leverage. And obviously, it's a mixture of things, obviously. But if it was shorter, it wouldn't be as powerful, would it? You know what?
Don't Warwick Castle have one of them?
Probably. It wouldn't be a working one. It'll be a modelled one. It won't be a working one. But they probably do, yeah.
Let's start from ancient Egypt, a civilization known for its architecture, religion, and
I've got to Kopesh. I'm busting. I've got to Kopesh. A guy who got to Kopesh.
You wouldn't want to go pish with that.
No, definitely not. I hope that's not circumcision. I hope that's not for circumcision.
No, that's for amputation.
Amputation of the Wilbert. Amputation of the foreskin.
impressive military tactics. But alongside its massive temples and complex writing systems, Egypt also developed one of the most distinctive weapons of the ancient world, the khopesh. The khopesh was not a typical sword. In fact, it evolved from battle axes, which is why it's technically considered closer to an axe than a true sword.
Yeah, so
it's curved.
Are you using it on the convex side, or are you using it on the concave side, or do you use it on both? You know what I mean? Do you hit someone with the concave side, on the convex side, or do you hit someone with the concave, or does it matter?
I have no idea. I'm
often
not
compared to
anyone.
What?
I have no idea. I don't intend on cutting anyone with anything.
I didn't say cut. I said, do you hit? Do you use it?
Either way,
yeah.
You can just do neither.
That's what I would have thought. Both, yeah, different uses. I mean, you get swords that transform into axes nowadays and stuff. Don't know if you did back in the day, but you get swords that actually got a hinge on them, and like you move them up and they turn into an axe type thing. You know,
babe.
What?
Warwick Castle do have one, and it's the largest working.
Well, if you got a picture of it
in Britain.
Are you on the computer? Are you using the computer?
No, I'm on my phone.
Why don't you just bring Google?
Oh no, I mean here on the computer. I'm looking at my phone for the information.
If you showed the information, then you'd be able to share it if you did it on the computer rather than looking at the phone. What?
I'll go and get it.
With the trebuchet.
Oh, yeah.
Hurry up, then.
Right, well, you might as well keep playing while I type because it takes me a
or
minute.
the foreleg of an animal made it instantly recognisable. Forged in bronze, the khopesh
It's even got a little 2 stabbing points as well. So you could hit either side, plus you've got a stabbing point at the front, and then you've got an inner stabbing point. That's a lethal weapon, man. That is, it does look painful, doesn't it, William? Very painful. Very interesting.
usually measured between 19 and 24 inches.
Wow. What? Hey, it's you. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? I'm like, what's going on? I am. Can you bring up the picture, though? Can you click on the picture itself?
Yeah.
Click on the picture and see if it'll click on the picture itself. See if it'll let you. It'll bring.
It
bring some
doesn't.
up. Doesn't it? Okay.
No.
Is there any bigger pictures of it?
It weighs 22 tons. It's almost
22
60
tons.
feet tall.
Okay.
That's your prices.
Yeah, no thanks. I pass it. We used to pass it every day when I was on community service.
I used to live not far from it.
So it weighs 22 tons, almost 60 foot tall. And I bet that's a short one. Like, let me see it. Pull it down. Pull the screen down, babe.
Hold on.
All right. Yeah, it won't be in working order. It'll be a modelled one.
It says it works.
Yeah, it'll probably work to a certain degree. It probably
No,
won't.
look what it says. Britain's largest working.
Siege machine returns to work castle, set on the banks of the River Raven. The incredible medieval trebuchet is brought to life. An interactive and educational demonstration, but I don't think it'll launch it far. I think they've probably haven't put as much weight in it to demonstrate it. They've probably just got to launch it a little bit. They're not going to put as much weight in the counter side. You know what I mean? The counterbalance side.
Aye, but yeah.
It's good. It's good. I tell you what, crazy weapon though. Crazy weapon.
Do you know, I live not far from Warwick, and I can tell you I've never been. My mum said I went when I was like 2. I don't remember.
Forward with the sharp edge on the outer.
Say again.
I don't remember going if I was 2.
No, you wouldn't.
Side of the curve, allowing the wielder to slash and hook an enemy in one motion.
There you go.
This was not a weapon made for deep stabbing, but for cutting.
Right, guys, to slash and hook an enemy in the one move. There you go.
Tearing and pulling. In battle, the khopesh could be used to pull away an opponent's shield or disarm them. Its shape gave it a brutal efficiency in close combat. The origins of the khopesh can be traced back to Mesopotamia around the 3rd millennium BC. It was adopted and refined by Egyptian warriors during the New Kingdom period, roughly 1570 to 1070 BC, when Egypt was expanding its territory and influence. During this time, the khopesh became a symbol not just of
1070 BC. Okay, whatever you say, bro.
warfare, but of power. Pharaohs like Ramses II were often depicted holding a khopesh, representing both military strength and royal authority. It is believed that the khopesh influenced later curved weapons, such as the Greek kopis.
Sorry, my bad. No, 1070 could be fine. Sorry, I was thinking of a wrong number. No, that could be very, 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 very credible. Sorry, my bad. I was being sarcastic towards what it said then, and I was looking at the wrong number.
And other sabres. Though it eventually fell out of use, replaced by iron swords and changing tactics, its legacy remained. The khopesh was a weapon that defined an era. It represents the transition from the axe to the sword and shows how ancient cultures adapted their tools to fit the needs of the increasingly complex battlefields.
Kind of looks like a half ankh, doesn't it? Like half ankh cross. Well, the top part of it anyway, cut in half. Like them arcing shapes.
Among horrible weapons used in ancient warfare, few were as destructive or as feared as the catapult. While it may not look terrifying compared to swords or spears, its power came not from being close to the enemy, but from attacking from afar, before the battle even began.
See, I mean that and the trebuchet, same kind of idea, but obviously different mechanisms and different ranges. You know what I mean? I'd probably load it with different things. I don't know. I mean, this one had a winch. You know, probably like a mechanism that you wind back, tightened. You know,
Babe,
the trebuchet had like a counterbalance that kind of fuck what, babe.
I'm gonna go and watch in bed because I can't. My legs are killing.
All right, baby.
Love you.
I love you too. Do you want me to wake you up or no?
No.
Oh, you just go. It's all right, babe.
It's
Does that mean
Saturday.
I'll be up too late, so I'll probably won't be asleep till the afternoon. So.
All right, baby.
All right, I love you.
Love you. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye, baby.
Miss you. Bye.
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 Okay, Jonah. The forward blade was thought to impact faster than a straight sword. Got ya. Nice. I like seeing what all weapons were about because they are brutal. I mean, we get weapons nowadays that are pretty brutal, but then you look at the older weapons. I mean, might not look as brutal sometimes, but then you realize why they made them and all the little bits they made in them. They are quite brutal. Even such thing as a broadsword. I know it's just a plain sword, but it is so heavy. You know what I mean? It's so tense that it's got to mash you up if it's hitting you. If you can pick it up, that is. Different equipments for different things.
The earliest forms of catapults appeared in the first millennium BC. They started as large crossbows.
I was about to say, you get the crossbow, same idea, just a crossbow on the front of it. Same idea, because you've got to tighten it, haven't you, with a winch.
Created to launch arrows farther and with more power than a human archer could manage. But by the 3rd century BC, the Greeks had turned the catapult into a siege engine, capable of hurling massive stones to break walls, destroy buildings, and scatter enemy troops. One of the greatest minds of the time, Archimedes, improved...
Oh, Archimedes, what's that he's using? Would that be a compass? No, you don't say.
the design using torsion springs made from twisted ropes and sinew, giving it even more deadly force. Imagine standing behind your city walls and seeing the enemy army wheel one of these machines into place.
Oh, that's cool, LJ. So he used to use that. He used to play RPG army fighting games and use some of these weapons. And that'd be pretty cool. I haven't played. I've never really played RPGs, but that'd be pretty cool. I'd like to try one in real life. Obviously not to aim at anything or anybody, but can you imagine using a trebuchet though, and putting the actual full load it can go in there and firing its distance it could go? I mean, nowadays you're going to hit someone, obviously, but yeah, you'd have to take it to a big space where there's nothing there at all. It'd be cool to use. But I have a lifetime's firearms ban, so I don't think they'll let me. I think this would class as a firearm.
You'd know what was coming. Fire, stone, and chaos. Sometimes these rocks were set ablaze. Sometimes they were launched just to cause terror. No one was truly safe. Soldiers, citizens, even children could be hit. The name catapult comes from the Greek word kata, which means against, and palin, which means to hurl, and that's exactly what it did. It hurled destruction. The Greek city of Motia in 397 BC was one of the first to face this horror during a siege. Later, Philip II of Macedon and his son Alexander the Great.
You can imagine the fairly caused some damage, and of course they didn't. Some armies didn't just have one of these things; they had a few. You could take down a full wall or something. I mean, come on, some brutal stuff, man. Some brutal stuff, and we don't really we see it as old-fashioned. We're really deceived about it. You know what I mean? We just see, it's old-fashioned stuff. Newer weapons are a lot better. You know what I mean? Could put them right to shame and all that, but we just don't see it because we never used them. It's like when I was a kid, and I used to see things on TV about people saying, I could get run over by a bus tomorrow. When I was a kid, I thought if I got run over by a bus, it would hurt a little bit, that'd be fine. So I'm kind of thinking along that line. You know what I mean? We don't really know because we haven't experienced it.
Used catapults during both sieges and even in open battles, something unheard of at the time. The Romans designed versions called ballistae.
Alexander the Great. You mean Alexander the Gay? I mean Alexander the Great. Sorry, guys.
And arquebulistae, which could be mounted on ships and used in naval warfare. Greek and Roman engineers calculated weight, size, and spring force, turning warfare into a science. Do you know what's perhaps most frightening? These weapons were operated from a distance, meaning the soldiers launching the attack didn't even have to look their victim.
Yeah, exactly, Mr. Super Sidewind. That's what I was saying. Different things, different distances, different ranges, and for different things, for doing different types of damage to different places of battle. You know, absolutely, bro.
In the eye. When someone tells us about weapons, we always think
Using animals as weapons as well, armoring elephants up, and I suppose using the tusks and things like that, tying weapons to the feet and stuff. Yeah, using animals as well.
of guns, swords, spears, and the like. However, one of the most powerful weapons used during the ancient world wasn't made of metal at all. It was alive. It had tusks, massive feet, and a roar that shook the battlefield. It was the war elephant.
There you go. Look, it's got spike on its head, spike on its knees, armored up, heavy. I mean, it's not easy to take down an elephant. You know, no wonder they were used in the movie 300. A bit mythical, but you know what I mean. They used it anyway. But yeah, animals, elephants, big things. They'll be handy in war.
From India to Africa, war elephants were used to break enemy lines, crush soldiers, and cause panic. These enormous animals didn't just carry soldiers, they became weapons. Their size, strength, and presence could change the outcome of a battle before it even began.
Aim for the lugs. Nice.
India was the birthplace of elephant warfare. As early as the 6th century BC, Indian armies were using elephants in battle. Kings like Chandragupta Maurya and Ashoka commanded thousands of elephants. In the famous Kalinga War, elephants helped conquer cities and trample defences. These animals were so important that a whole department, led by an official called the Gayadhyashka, was responsible for them. Even Alexander the Great had to face elephants when he invaded India. At the Battle of Hydaspes, the Indian king Porus used over 80 elephants, each one armed and armoured. These beasts tore into Alexander's troops, lifting soldiers with their trunks and stomping on anyone who came too close. The Macedonians eventually won, but the elephants left a deep impression. Alexander later added them to his own army. The idea quickly spread. The Seleucid Empire traded 500 war elephants from India in return for land. Carthage, in North Africa, used African elephants during the Punic Wars. The famous General Hannibal crossed the Alps with them to attack Rome. Can you even imagine seeing elephants coming out of snow-covered mountains? In the East, China, Vietnam, and other parts of Southeast Asia also used elephants in battle. Sometimes they carried towers with archers or soldiers on their backs. Elephants would charge into enemy ranks.
And you can imagine, like, people in battle. Some people wouldn't even have seen an elephant before in their life. And then it comes into battle. Big, huge, armoured, weaponed up, with people on top of it, weaponed up as well. It must have been an awesome sight, really, for people that hadn't seen things like that. I mean, even today, if you've seen that today, that would be an awesome sight. Elephant armoured up. The biggest elephant you get, all armoured up. You know what I mean? Spiky old trunks, all sharpened up in the weapons and armoured, and people on top of it. I know, man. How did people start riding elephants? Yeah. How the hell did people ever start riding elephants? I wonder. First person must have done it on a day I was drunk trying to impress some ladies. They watched the Watchers. They watched the Watchers when the Nephilim came along. They started watching the Nephilim and what they were doing. They were doing all these bestiality things, and men thought they'd copy them. They thought they were just riding them, not actually riding them.
Trampling and throwing enemies aside. Would you be brave enough to stand in front of one? Because most soldiers weren't. And that's exactly...
I mean, I think the size of that elephant is very, very exaggerated. It's making it look like a mammoth kind of size, but they are very, very big. They are big.
what made war elephants such a horrible weapon of ancient warfare. If I told you that ancient Chinese were the first ones to create bombs that exploded with the force of thunder and fire, would you believe me? Long before the invention of cannons or grenades.
Did you say Chinese? Well, yeah, I would believe you because they invented fireworks. They invented gunpowdery type things that blew up. So they invent fireworks and stuff like that. I can't see why they wouldn't have invented something very similar like a bomb. I think possibly like the centaur half. I said it the other day. It's quite possible that like we see them as mythological creatures, and I can understand why. But it's quite possible something like a centaur might have existed due to the Nephilim type things. That's like a half man, half horse might have existed, and I think it's a possibility through the Nephilim, through the Watchers and the Nephilim and all that. I think it's a possibility through that, and I think that's why people got their ideas for mythical creatures, because they actually might have been things like that in the past. So I think it's very possible there was such a thing as a centaur, LJ. Maybe it didn't look exactly how we portray it, but I dare say there was something like it, yeah.
Chinese engineers had already built something terrifying, a weapon called the Thunder Crash Bomb. The name itself, Zhen Tian Lei, means heaven-shaking thunder, and it earned that title. Imagine standing on a city wall and hearing a deep rumble, like a storm breaking the sky. But there's no rain, just a black iron shelf falling from the air, and then boom! Fire, metal and noise erupt together. So
old school grenade. Old school grenade, throwing grenade, that's it. Simple as. We do have the never mind.
Soldiers screamed, horses reared and ran. Some people were simply turned to ash. Developed during the Song and Jin dynasties in the 12th and 13th century, these bombs were cast in iron and packed
firecracker like that. Looks like a stick of dynamite.
Full of gunpowder. When lit and thrown or launched from a catapult, they exploded with such force that even iron armor couldn't protect you. Shards of metal shot out in all directions. One wrong step and your face, your arms, and even your life could be gone in an instant.
It's like why they make nail bombs and that nowadays, because it goes everywhere. Shards of metal go everywhere. Madness, innit? Madness. IEDs, horrible things, horrible things. Look at they went through in the war with them. Afghanistan and all that. All people lost their legs with IEDs and stuff. Daisy chains and all that kind of thing. Awful, awful things.
During the Mongol invasions of China, the defenders used these bombs to fight off wave after wave of enemies. One witness said that when the Mongols were hit by a thunder crash bomb, entire groups of men vanished in fire. These bombs were also dropped from ships during river battles. Some even exploded on water, blinding the enemy with smoke and lime powder before setting their ships on fire. But what made the thunder crash bomb so horrible wasn't just the damage, it was the fear.
Thunder crash
Soldiers
bomb.
never knew when
Nice name, Thunder Crash Bomb.
or where the next blast would come. The sound alone caused panic. Have you ever heard of a weapon so small, yet so deadly, that it helped bring down the most powerful man in Rome? The weapon wasn't a massive sword or a long spear. It was the pugio, a short Roman dagger carried by soldiers, politicians, and assassins alike. The pugio was a sidearm, used mainly by Roman.
Yeah, I mean, you just call that a dagger. You might not call it a sword, but that's a big old knife. That dagger is a big old knife, and it would do a lot of damage. Look at it. I mean, it's just as wide as a sword in some cases, but it's very, very short. It's not even that short. It's 7 inches long. Look, from hilt to blade to the tip. I mean, from hilt to tip is about 7 inches. So it's still big.
Roman legionaries during the early Roman Empire. It wasn't meant for throwing or swinging. It was designed for stabbing, quick, deep, and deadly. Usually about 18 to 28 centimeters long, the blade was wide, often leaf-shaped, and perfect for piercing through flesh. In tight combat, when swords were too long or clumsy, the pugio did the job. One jab to the ribs, one strike to the neck, that was all it took. But the Pugnio had a darker reputation in Roman history. In 44 BC, during one of the most infamous assassinations of all time, Julius Caesar was stabbed 23 times, and many of those wounds came from the Pugiones.
23 times with one of them pukes. Wow.
The conspirators, senators dressed in fine robes, had hidden these small daggers under their cloaks. In a few brutal seconds, the fate of the Roman Republic changed forever. Soldiers also used the Pugio as a last resort. When overwhelmed in hand-to-hand combat or when wounded, they reached for it. And sadly, when some chose death over capture or disgrace, the Pugio became a tool for suicide. But not every Pugio was used in war. Some were
So it wasn't just the Japanese, is it? Wasn't just the... Yeah, I said that, Heron. Good to see you. I said about centaurs. I answered him on it. Yeah, he's on about centaurs pretty much. Yeah.
decorated with silver, enamel, and detailed engravings. These were carried by high officials or buried after battles as offerings to the gods. In 2019, one such dagger was found in Germany, buried after a Roman battle in 15 BC. It's fine.
Whoa, Joe, man. Where did you get them? The lady I used to cut in half in my magic act now lives in New York and California. She now works as a topless dancer.
Decoration untouched by time. And although it may look small and even beautiful, make no mistake, the Pugio was a weapon of intimate violence, up close, personal, unforgiving. But if you think the Pugio is disturbing, wait until you meet the next weapon. It's even stranger and just as deadly. The Aztecs have always been known for their powerful warriors, their golden cities, and their grand temples. But few people know about one of their most horrible weapons. A weapon so sharp, so brutal, that even Spanish conquistadors wrote about its terrifying effects. This was the Macahuitl. At first glance, it might look like a simple...
That's lethal. That's lethal, man. I mean, you could just whack that over somebody's head. It sticks in the skull, and then you're ragging it about. Even someone's side, it sticks in the side, and then you rag it about. That's a bloody awful weapon. Wow. Wow. It's just like getting a stick, a big long stick, a baseball bat, and putting 6-inch nails all over the place, all different angles through it. You know what I mean? It's nuts.
Wooden paddle, but the edges tell a different story. Along the sides of the Macahuitl were razor-sharp blades made of obsidian, of volcanic glass. These black shards were sharper than steel. In fact, obsidian can be honed so finely that it can split a hair or slice flesh with almost no pressure at all.
And in LJ, the human mind can come up with some lethal stuff, man. But, you know, we got a lot of help, though. We got a lot of help from the old watchers.
The Macahuitl came in different shapes and sizes. Some were just over 1 meter long and could be used with one hand. Others were as tall as a man, made for two-handed combat. The blades could be spaced apart or placed
obsidian. Got ya.
Side by side to create one deadly edge. They were glued in using natural adhesives like bitumen, and they were held so firmly that they wouldn't break or fall out, even in heavy battle.
Hey, KK, good to see you. You bought a machete yesterday. Nice. Love it. Hey, listen, machetes are handy. They're handy for bushwork, that's for sure. And they help you whack the bloody bushes and the branches out of the way, that's for certain.
The weapon was used by many Mesoamerican cultures, not just the Aztecs, but also the Maya, Toltecs, Mixtecs, and even the Olmecs before them. A mural from Chichen Itza shows a Mayan warrior holding a Macahuitl, blades gleaming from both sides. Conquistadors who fought the Aztecs in the 16th century were stunned by this weapon. They recorded stories of warriors using the Macahuitl to decapitate horses with a single blow. Can you imagine the strength and sharpness needed to do that? While Spanish swords were made of metal, the Macahuitl...
But they're quite heavy as well, so I mean, the momentum and weight going, you know what I mean? Power, speed, all put together, it's got to be a lethal, brutal weapon, man, without a doubt. I mean, if you're decapitating a horse as well, horse have got big old chunky legs, and strong bones. Did I say? Oh no, sorry, decapitate. So it's taking this. Oh wow, hold on, Taking his head off. Taking the horse's head off. Wow.
Was made from stone and wood, yet it held its own in battle. That's what made it even more frightening.
Hey, Roger. Good to see you, bro.
If there is anything we know about ancient history and warfare, it is that ships were used en masse. Fleets of wooden warships sailed across the Mediterranean, carrying soldiers, weapons, and the hopes of empires. But what happens when the enemy has no navy? Just a genius with a terrifying invention. That's exactly what the Romans discovered in 214 BC during the Second Punic War, when they tried to invade the coastal city of Syracuse in Sicily. What they didn't expect was that Syracuse had Archimedes, and he had built something that would shake them to their core.
Archimedes, and he's still got that compass in his hands.
Literally. The weapon was called the Claw of Archimedes, or simply the Snatcher. Historians believe it was a kind of massive crane mounted on the city walls, with an iron hook at the end of a chain. When Roman ships got too close, this monstrous machine would swing down, grab the prow of a ship, and lift it into the air.
I didn't know about this weapon. Did not know about this weapon at all. Wow. Wow.
Imagine being on board, looking up in horror as your ship rose above the water, helpless and creaking. Then, with a sudden drop, the ship would be released, slamming into the sea or rocks, often flipping or breaking apart. Men were thrown into the water, many drowned, some never saw it coming. Ancient writers like Polybius and Livy described the chaos. Roman ships crashed into each other, soldiers panicked, and even the bravest commanders were stunned. Some ships were simply shaken violently by the claw until the crews fell overboard. The destruction was so complete that Roman soldiers became terrified of anything sticking out of the wall, even a rope or a wooden beam. They believed Archimedes had more hidden traps ready to strike. At one point, the entire fleet retreated, and Commander Marcellus had no choice but to start a long siege. Who would have thought that a simple chain and hook could sink a warship? But this was Archimedes, and the claw was only one of his many terrible weapons used back in time.
Wow,
chariots
the
were terrifying.
Blades on the bloody axles, right, and the axles, and sometimes on the wheels themselves. And then obviously you've got people in the chariots firing their bows and arrows and throwing their spears and that. And the horses probably had some kind of weapons to them as well, maybe. But yeah, bladed chariots and that. Wow.
Machines of war. Fast-moving vehicles with blades fixed to their wheels, designed to cut down enemy soldiers like a farmer harvesting grain. Each chariot had large scythe-like blades stretching out from both sides about a metre long. Some even had blades underneath the driver's seat, pointing towards the ground. The chariot was pulled by 4 horses.
Underneath the driver's seat. Underneath it. Vicky was here for a bit, Roger. She's going to bed now, though. Well, she's in chat, but she's going. And hold on. The chariot, bladed chariot. They didn't. I can't remember. They didn't have seats. You stood up in them. What? Okay. There might have been different kinds.
And carried up to 3 men, a driver and 2 warriors. These warriors had one goal: to break enemy lines and leave destruction in their path. They were first used in battle by the Persians, possibly introduced after clashing with the well-armoured Greek hoplites. Ordinary cavalry struggled to charge into Greek formations, but these deadly chariots could slash through infantry.
Don't worry, I mean, this video will be finished in 5 minutes. We're heading over to Rumble then anyway. I've been on YouTube over an hour anyway, so we'll be heading over to Rumble in 5 minutes anyway, guys. So I'm cool. I don't need anybody in at the minute. Roger can come in, he's always welcome, he knows that, but I don't need anybody in at the minute. It's all good. It's all good. I'm not struggling.
Cutting legs, arms, and anything else that stood in their way. One of the earliest eyewitnesses, Xenophon, described them at the Battle of Cunaxa in 401 BC. The chariots, fitted with sharp angled blades, thundered toward enemy soldiers with horrifying speed.
Wow.
Sometimes, though, they were not as effective. Greek hoplites learned to open their formations, letting the chariots pass through and then closing their ranks again. But when used well, in surprise attacks or on open ground, they were deadly. A successful use came when Pharnabazus, a Persian commander, attacked a group of Greek soldiers gathering supplies. He led a charge with 2 scythe chariots and 400 cavalry. The chariots broke through the Greek formation and the cavalry followed, killing around 100 men. The rest ran for their lives. Scythe chariots were later used by Mithridates VI of Pontus and even seen in Roman times, such as the Battle of Zela in 47 BC. The Romans, clever and cautious, developed ways to stop them, planting caltrops or building barriers. But
now, them type of things, I know it's just makeshift and rudimental, but likes of them stakes, like intercrossed like that and tied together, they're lethal landing on that. Horses going against it, people landing on top of it. Lethal, man. Crazy. I mean, I fell on top of a spiky fence before, and that's just a spiky fence, and that was awful. That, man, it's vampire in you.
The
Stake
fear
to the heart.
never disappeared.
There's a cat and nine tail. Oh, I thought I put it back to the start then. Thought it was a cat and nine tails.
Now imagine a sword that moves like a whip. A weapon
it's
so
like that.
unpredictable and dangerous that even the person holding it can be injured if they aren't fully trained. This strange and deadly invention is called the urumi, one of the most fearsome weapons ever to emerge from the Indian subcontinent.
Is it just bendy metal? Oh my goodness. Flapping that about, that's lethal.
The urumi isn't a typical blade. It's multiple long, thin, flexible strips of metal attached to a single hilt. These metal ribbons are sharp on both sides and can be used as long as 1.5 meters or more. When swung, they slice through the air like wild, razor-sharp vines. The weapon was born during the Sangam period, nearly 1800 years ago, in what is now modern-day India and Sri Lanka. It was closely tied to the martial art of Kalari Payattu, one of the oldest known fighting systems in the world. Only masters of this martial art dared to use the urumi because one wrong move could lead to serious...
Literally diabolical. Of hell. Infernal. Exactly, bro. Exactly.
injury, even death. In battle, the urumi could be used to fight off multiple enemies at once. Its whirling motion was fast and hard to follow, delivering slashes from unpredictable angles. The blade didn't just cut, they wrapped, tangled, and tore. An opponent couldn't block it with a shield or sword the same way they could with a normal weapon. One of the most interesting things about the urumi is how it was carried. Because of its flexibility, the weapon could be coiled around the user's waist like a belt. It was hidden in plain sight, ready to be unwrapped and unleashed in seconds. But this weapon was as dangerous for the user as it was for the enemy. It demanded perfect timing, skill, and full body coordination. Swing too early or too slow, and the blade might snap back and strike the wielder.
Yeah, it's not a weapon I'd like to use. I mean, to be able to learn sword fight, fence, anything like that would be cool, but whipping about them metal pieces, nah. I don't think I'd like to learn that one.
The next weapon didn't slice, stab, or
Flamethrower.
smash. It burned relentlessly,
Flamethrower!
terrifyingly, and worst of all, even on water. Known today as Greek fire, this was one of the most fearsome and mysterious weapons ever used in ancient warfare. First unleashed around 672 CE by the Byzantine Empire, Greek fire was not just any incendiary substance. It was a liquid flame, launched from tubes on ships or thrown in ceramic pots like flaming grenades. Once it hit its target, it burst into fire and kept burning, even if it landed on sea. Water couldn't stop it, soldiers couldn't put it out, and no one, not even the enemies who captured the substance, ever figured out how to recreate it. The weapon is believed to have been invented by Callinicus, a Greek-speaking Jewish engineer who fled from Syria during the Arab conquest.
Greek-speaking Jewish engineer who fled from Syria during the conquest. Wow, there's a few parts of him in there for you, all over the place.
Whether he was the sole inventor or just improved an older design, what he gave the Byzantines was a game changer. The first major use of Greek fire came during the siege of Constantinople in 673, when Arab fleets tried to take the city. Byzantine ships sprayed fire from long tubes called siphons, mounted on their prows. Arab ships were consumed in flames and panic followed. It wasn't just the destruction that horrified them, it was the noise, the smoke, and the unstoppable burning. Greek fire was used for centuries, playing a key role in protecting the empire against Arab, Rus, and even internal revolts. It was all part of an entire weapons system, Not just the fire itself, but also special ships, delivery mechanisms, and trained siphon operators. The secret formula was so closely guarded that it eventually disappeared from history entirely. The substance may have been made from petroleum, sulfur, and resins, but no one knows for sure. Only a few things were said to extinguish it: sand, vinegar, or old urine. Some chroniclers said
Sand, vinegar, or old urine. Ammonia from the urine would put it out. Vinegar and sand. Well, sand would put out most fires, I suppose. But okay, weird. I wonder what was in it.
It made a sound like thunder, lit up the night like lightning, and moved like a dragon flying through the sky. Which of these ancient weapons shocked you the most, and why? From fire that
None of them shocked me, but they're all brutal, that's for sure.
burned on water, to blades that danced like whips. These inventions remind us of how far humans have gone in the name of war. But what if even darker tools have been lost to time? Have you ever heard of other strange weapons we didn't cover?
Ooh.
Share your thoughts.
I'll have to go back to that channel and see if he's got another one on darker weapons and stuff like that next time. That'd be cool, because this one's kind of new. So, all right, cool. Well, that's that.
Below, and see you in the next.
That be that. So that was quite interesting. An hour and 16. It took us longer than I thought it was. All in all. But yeah, that was quite interesting, guys. Yeah, we're going to head over to Rumble and watch The Chosen 2 episodes, and then Terminator 2. But first of all, I am going to play out with Mr. Super Sidewinder and Kings. Let's do it.
Yeah. The true kings just walk up to the mic and grab it. Cause spitting fire isn't just a bad habit.
All right.
Like the hamburgers they serve that you just gotta have it. Like astronauts blasting off to other planets. Wascally rabbits. You're green enough, you get it a fuck. These kids nowadays are so enslaved, minds so depraved. Spend their time going to raves. Not even old enough to shave, but they know every planet's name in outer space. But outer space is fake. Wait. What about all the pictures NASA takes? Master. I wanted to create a rap song, a fat track mom that slaps long into the night's black arm. The sense of the all-in-one, about to swallow my tongue. If the hollow from guns hollows my lungs, almost I'm done. But before we go, I gotta smash this one out the park, 1,000 yards. This ain't no Mario Karts. I got Bowser bars, driving across the country with a pound of tar. Till someone's gun's done, blazing down this house of cards. House of cards. And if I disappear, then sound the alarms. Either my body's floating in a river, or found and unharmed down at Flat Earth Farms, trimming that bush. He been trimming that bush, yo. Competing for that green leaf, winning that kush. Vision's been shushed, and my hearing's been getting blindsided. Like the rhymes I've been writing. Spitting lines inspired by fire and lightning. Cut the day in half and divided the night into 2 parts. Old half visible in the new dark. Cruising in the blue car with my crew starving. Looking for Xannies but settle for booze par. Got a short fuse, deck full of loose cars. Yeah, they keep asking, well, what about the pictures that NASA takes? While I laugh and straight, continue to masturbate. When I'm at Sassburger paraded, the language you can't understand makes you think the Earth's an elliptical spheroid, but the shit's more like a pancake. You hypocritically weird, boy, but you better get your shit in gear, boy. The antecedent for gas pressure's not a mere ploy. Bury your solid containers, are you aware of this? The wheels in the sky keep turning, every season turn. It's getting hilarious, CGI's been nefarious. The new year begins on 3/22, where the Aries is. But you smoking dick dust where the fairies is. I'm serious, the true kings is very pissed. Fairy tales that you fanboys is married with. Take your hands out your pockets, palms is too hairy, kid. Too hairy to hide. We very supplied with military knives. Blow your spinning cherry balls to the high heavens. Heathens, brethren, sequence. So if you like this song, go in your pockets. Open up your optics, it's getting toxic. Spitting logic, level heads off their rockets. Rockers, stop it, mic drop. Shit, hands in pockets.
Starving, open up your mind, never know what you find. Starving, so you call on the kings, cause truth we brings. Starving, open up your mind, never know what you find. Starving, so you call on the kings, cause truth we brings.
Boston raised compromise, fuck you compromise. I never compromise, rhyming clever thoughts of mine. The heavy ostracized, don't end up hospitalized. I'm hardly monetized, with the public hypnotized. I'm often criticized, it's time you visualize. The news will trick your mind, sometimes I give advice. I like to improvise, keep it simplified. I got this memorized, I ain't trying to get known. I don't wanna be big, I'm just trying to do what I did as a kid, without splitting your wig. Who stole your Smith & Wesson? Now it's your missing weapon. Pull back, squeeze, and teach a fucking history lesson while you're sitting waiting for my punchlines. I eat up Globies like it's lunchtime, so hand it over like we standing in the lunch line. And hurry up, sucker, cause it's crunch time. She ate all my bonbons and expanded her waistline. The Flat Earth Anthem will never get no airtime, because I talk trash about the FE app and that's fine. Nevertheless, I'll see y'all on the front line. And Flat Earth Anthem will never get no airplay. It won't even make it up the stairway. Late Night Live is the only place you'll hear Ray. Globies are stuck to the ball because they're gay. But Boston Ray, you be smoking blunts galore. You just fell for sure and bumped the floor. Well, that's what I was looking for, somewhat. We all believed in the globe, we was young once. From Orlando to the Panhandle, me and Ry Russ can see the earth just laugh from any angle. Money going one hand and out the other, and you'll never see money come out the gutter. You won't survive without your brothers, so please be kind and love each other.
Starving, open up your mind, never know what you find. Starving, so you call on the kings, cause truth we brings. Starving, open up your mind, never know what you find. Starving, so you call on the kings, cause truth we brings.
Nice. I heard Mr. Super's part in there quite a few times. Excellent, Super. Loved it. Mr. Super, fantastic. Always a pleasure. But yeah. True King's rap song, obviously, but Mr. Super puts his own, he puts a mix to it, does his harmonica, does some melodics and all that kind of thing to it. You know that. You know the score. Super's brilliant what he does, man. Love it. We love it. Bless you, bro. Love it, man. People go give it an individual view as well. Give it an individual watch, man. I think you've done another one from True Kings as well the other day that I missed. I'll have to do that one for tomorrow. I'll do that one tomorrow because I missed that one. But yeah, go give it an individual view as well, guys. Let me just go get the link again. I did put it in already, but let me just go get the link for this one. Oh, there's Mr. Ledwell. Hey, Mr. Ledwell.
Hello.
How was one?
Oh, yeah. Just got through eating. I made my own egg McMuffin, dude. From scratch.
Nice. Right, there's a link for it, guys. Go give it an independent view, like and all that kind of good stuff. Yeah, that's it, guys. For the YouTube side, we've got a flat line to YouTube. Head over to Rumble. Let me put the link in again for Rumble, and let's go and watch the movie and 2 episodes of Chosen, obviously. There you go, guys. Rumble link if you're joining us right there. And if you're not, thanks for joining us on YouTube. If not, join us in the Rumble side. I will see you tomorrow. Bless you guys, and it's always a pleasure. Love yous. Listen, oh, blooming hell. Actually, before I say that, I need to get ready. My because I always nearly miss it because it's in my intro box. And obviously, I'm not cutting out the Rumble side, so I always nearly miss it. Right, there we go. Here the sun sets free. It's free.
Indeed.
Indeed. Ta-da!